Hey guys, this is Junior Trader, and in this video, we are taking a look at QQQ, SPY, and then tech stocks, Microsoft, Apple, Google, Amazon, Meta, and Netflix. So, as of right now, there is still almost just shy of 50 minutes for the market to close, but we have the price action in our hand. So, let's take a look at who is in control, bulls or the bears across the market. And I'll also, as I will go over individual stocks as well, I'll talk about those in the tech stocks section, right? So with that, please hit the like, subscribe, and also please note, none of this is any financial advice and it's only for education purposes. So what we saw on Friday, the last week, was a good buying happening at here. So I'm taking a look at QQQ right now, right? NASDAQ 100. And bulls kept it above 20 days moving average and also took it above this structural break area of 449. Right? And then today, this morning, when I was talking about NVIDIA and AMD and I was showing you around QQQ and SPY, I talked about that how this 20 days moving average is still the area. If bulls wants to rotate, they have to keep it above that. You can see test of 20 days moving average is still getting bought back up. As for the structure right now, yes, we are seeing a sell-off today. But as of the structure, bulls still have the structure in their control. Unless and until I'm not seeing a red candle close below $449 to $440, structure will not be confirmed in the benefit of the bears. And bears would only have one level right now, the 443. Below that, I would expect some much more weakness that we would need to see. But yeah, that is just one area that bears can bring it down to. But at least for where the price action on QQ is, bulls are still in control, guys, okay? Things are getting bought back up, but be prepared. If we lose this level of 449, more weakness will come down to the next level that I just showed you on my chart. Now, taking a look at the hourly interval, and I got to adjust something on my indicator as well here. And intraday depth level low because QQ and SPY are less volatile. All right, so yeah, here we are that, so yes, we rejected at underneath of 200 hours moving average, but also please note, as I just showed you, the price action at 20 days moving average getting bought back up. There is this pivot in formation, right? So if we get above next level 451, that this pivot is pretty much confirmed. And so yeah, but if we lose 449, then again, that will be again to the downside. So but yeah, for now, the pivot is being held. You can follow this trend line as well on the lower time frame. All right. So that's QQQ. Let's take a look at SPY now. So let's go over there. So SPY, similar thing. We got rotated up to the back again into the bullish structure by the bulls. They got it above 20 days moving average and also above 524. But before that, we did go in our downtrend structure 518. I was calling out. We got that, and then bulls rotated it back to the upside. And today also you can see we are getting bought back up at 20 days moving average. So structure is still in the controls of bulls. If we break 524, then yes, weakness will continue and that will start to mark just like QQQ. I didn't say that over there, but just like this here looks like a distribution phase then so would be that QQQ as well. All right, so let's go to the individual tech stocks now, guys, and starting off with Microsoft. So if you have seen my video on Microsoft that I did over the weekend, I did a very dedicated video on Microsoft. We had a good buying huge candle here, right? But I mentioned that this is not sufficient enough for me because the structure was still not confirming bullishness. We were still below 418. That was the structural break, right? And then below 20 days moving average. So structure wasn't confirmed bullish. And that's why I wanted to see if we're going to go up today. Unfortunately, we sold off. So that we stayed with the structure and Microsoft is still weak. So right now, I'm not seeing any upside on it. There is a potential that argument can be made that, hey, junior trader, is this a pivot forming? Well, it's too weak. With the pivot, we want to see a strong catch up to the upside, at least getting above 20 hours moving average or so, but we haven't really done any of that. So no, this is not a strong pivot right now. If it wants to hold a pivot, we need to get above 20 hours moving average, and or you can also follow this trend line. But anytime if it breaks, this just gonna continue lower. The structure on this is not bullish. That's that. Apple. And that's why I did that video dedicatedly over the weekend, because what I was really looking for, right? So this is what I was looking for. So structure never got above 418. We never got that final confirmation of the bullishness. Apple. Yeah, Apple has been bullish. You know that. I've been saying this. This is just, yeah. I mean, Apple is not more of an intraday thing. It's a more of a swing trade thing. Swing trade is like once you have this type of direction, you just buy into the pullbacks. That's what it is. Do I think Apple will keep going up? Well, it's getting to all-time highs again, so we will see if it goes to all-time highs now, more than what it has already been. So we'll see. But yeah, structure is technically bullish. There is no break of structure unless and until we are not losing 189. Yeah, pullback may come, but yeah, this is not the time. I mean, you do and go and do whatever you want to do. But what I'm telling you is the structure is still bullish on Apple. You can follow this trend line as well. We have a good pivot, so as long as this thing continues on this trend line, is still bullish in this current structure that we have. Google, let's take a look at that. So Google weakness, in my opinion, might come on this thing now, and I think Google might come lower to at least 164. I think it can cool off. But anyways, anytime if we get above 172 and 97 cents, the structure will again start to look back to the upside. But we want to see a daily candle close above that. And accordingly, any stop loss needs to be taken. Accordingly, that would be taken, right? But structure, all in all, might go through some cool offs. Amazon. So Amazon, you know that I have a short position on this. I still have 55% short remaining position on this. And it's, though technically in the bearish structure, and I want to see if it continues lower. I know that Friday we had a good buying backup on across the market. So if I take it to the hourly, interval on Amazon, structure is still weak, still bearish on this. I would be worried if it starts to close above 178 and 36 cents. But tomorrow, if we lose 176 cents, 77 cents, yeah, I'm fine holding the short position. Whatever is left, 45% of short position is still left in my hands. Yep, that's Amazon. Let's take a look at Meta. So Meta is interesting, and that's where I talked about that. So my previous long play was completed, right? And I was talking about I might be interested in opening up another long play over the weekend. I talked about it. So I didn't take that actually. Yeah, I didn't take the another long play. I didn't take the, so I closed this full long play. Some profits were taken up here. Then I started closing over here as well. And then 10% ran into my stop loss, 10 to 5%, I guess. And that was it. And the same day, I never do a flip of the position, even if the play is developing. And in the hindsight, it turns out a good principle and rule of mine, because you can see this thing got bought back up. It would have chopped me around. My stop loss would have still hit on the short if I would have opened. But since that I never opened, yeah, that play never came into execution. And I'm going to remove this short play trigger from here because I don't think it's going to come anyways. So yeah, Meta is, again, just found support at that area. 462 got bought back up and is heading higher. Can it go higher this time? Well, if we can break above players moving average, yeah, Meta can continue higher. Netflix. So Netflix still doing a sell-off. That's fine. This pullback, as I was saying, is expected. Structure, though, guys, is still until and unless we are not losing. This is a pullback technically in the structure, right? We have higher highs, higher lows. It's a pullback. Yes, intraday shorts are coming. And for that, you can follow through the lower time frames. And once you start to see these lower highs, lower lows, right? You have the pivots forming, lower high, right? What you do is just you put a trend line with those two pivots. Look at it. You just put these trend line with the two pivots, and you've got other areas to short position as well, right? So intraday, these are intraday plays only though. I do see we have broken below 200 hours moving average. There might be some cool off that may more continue, but remember though, I would want to see extra confirmation break below 20 days moving average and then 624. Netflix is a, yeah, there's then can come like 50 days moving average, but that would be it. Technically, full swing, short, long-term thing is below 609 if we can ever come down there. So that would be that. Cool, guys. Well, that's it for this video. If you found it helpful and valuable, please hit the like, subscribe. And with that, I'll see you in my next videos, guys. Take care. Bye.